I'm a therapist and if I help regulate emotions, if I support vagus nerve functioning and I restore the natural instinct, how they function in people, then why do I also keep wanting to bring in ancestral trauma? I keep talking about transgenerational trauma, ancestral trauma, when we need to actually heal. Because here's the answer, and it's a very scientific one that I want to give you, because I consider it very important to understand our autonomic nervous system. It's the system that controls our instincts, our stress responses, our anger reflex, for example, our freeze reflex, because we all know we have these fight or flight reflexes. But the thing is that all of these reflexes have been shaped by our lived experiences, but also by the biological memories that our ancestors have survived and what they have passed down, which means that we don't just get into fight or flight whenever. We don't just heal the vagus nerve like it's a muscle. What we actually need to do is to improve the vagal tone. What does this mean? This means that we help the vagus nerve communicate safety more effectively throughout the whole body, so that we don't freeze, we don't shut down. But here's a better key. Why generational trauma? Because mindset work and nervous system regulation, they help you function in the present. That's true. But transgenerational trauma, it explains why your system reacted the way it did in the first place, and it explains certain circumstances. And let's get a little bit into epigenetics. Epigenetics shows that the genes don't just carry the traits, meaning that you don't just have blue eyes or brown eyes. They record environmental conditions, and this means that if your ancestors lived in danger, and they did, or they lived in scarcity, oppression, or chronic stress, their genes adapted to that environment. You will see on my YouTube channel that I have a video about Michael Jackson, and I did 4 generations of his ancestry line. These adaptations that our ancestors survived, they still influence how my nervous system responds, how your nervous system responds to threat. So when someone asks me, why don't you just help people to change their mindset, and why don't you just regulate the nervous system? Because I do that. It's part of the whole thing. But I don't just do that. I also work with the nervous system, because healing the generational trauma, knowing a lot of information from your ancestors, it will update the old survival program that the body inherited, and it will change the whole circumstance. It's very important to change circumstances, not just fight or flight reactions. We don't need to change just the triggers, we need to change the whole circumstances. If you want to know more, follow my channel Integrated Self, and come to my website for my neurosomatic lineage intensive masterclass.